Nous sommes dans le sud de la France pour vous présenter les deux nouvelles gammes de planches longue distance Patrik DEFI, la DEFI Pro et la DEFI FRC. Nous avons développé cette gamme de planches avec objectif d'être performante sur les longues distances et notamment le DEFI Wind. La particularité de ces planches, c'est qu'elles amènent de la performance au travers et au près, mais également du confort sur la longue distance.
Hi everybody, I'm Patrik from Patrik Boards. I would like to explain you the DEFI LTD. The DEFI limited board concept is an idea of Nicholas Warrenburg, DEFI winner, and it was always his dream to have this board in production. So here we go. The Scoop Rocker line, it's originally from a Slalomboard, but to make it faster, we shortened the flat a little bit. So we added some tail kick, just a few millimeters, as you can see. At the front we have a flat V. Then we run under the mass track, we run into a V with a double concave. And we added some side flats on the rail. Those side flats are parallel. Why we do that? That's unfortunately top secret. So under the front strap, so the double concave is reduced and is only like 1 millimeter, and very, very little V, as you can see, under the front strap and under the tail strap. And at the very tail, just normal flat panel V again. With the double concaves in the foot strap area, we're achieving like the board is tracking a little bit better. It goes better upwind and it maintains the straight line. What this board does amazing is when you're sailing with your friend and the top guy says ready, go. In the moment you say go, let's say a normal slalom board, you need to bear off a little bit, increase speed and come back. But with the DEFI board, you can basically say ready, go, and you maintain your course, it just accelerates. Also after the jibe, for example, if you want to point upwind a little bit and kill the guy above you, it's very easy with this board. With the double concave under the mast track, it absorbs the chop. At the tail we have simple cutouts. We do not need so much lateral support on that board because it's more like a speed board. We have lowered the mast strap by 15 millimeters and we maintained this recess all the way to the nose. It gives a little bit more stiffness in length. So with this board we really try to stay on top and just skip from one chop to the next chop. So with the front strap being wider, we maintain the stability, the lateral stability, so roll. And with the narrow tail, we just reduce the wetted surface. And of course with the cutouts even more. Looking at the rails and the tucket line, you can see this board has quite little tucket under, so the curve at the rail at the widest point going to the bottom is not too much. This is just to have maximum top speed and not too much water wrapping around the rail and sucking the board down. The jibing ability, of course, is not as good as a slalom board. Slalom boards have much rounder rails, just to have better jibing abilities. The construction, that's a full PVC carbon sandwich board. The lightest possible with EPS foam. Looking at the foot strap positions, we have at the front 2 insert rows just to change the angle of the front strap. If the front strap is a bit more parallel to the center line, you gain a bit more top speed. And if you turn the strap more to the cross section of the board, it's easier to get in and out before and after jibe. The back foot, as you can see, it's almost over the fin. The more you position the back strap over the fin, you can lift the board nose, which is increasing top speed. The DEFI Freerace is a long distance Freerace board. It's pretty sure the fastest Freerace board out there on the market. The DEFI Freerace board comes from the DEFI LTD. What we did with the scoop rocker line, so this board is 5 cm longer than the DEFI LTD, but the 5 cm longer we added in the flat section. From the flat section, the nose height is exactly the same. The longer flat is stabilizing the board more. The DEFI LTD with the shorter flat is very lifty and you feel like you're riding only on the fin. It requires, of course, a very good technique. So with the DEFI Freerace, with the 5 cm longer flat, you can ride it with less effort. The bottom shape, at the very nose, we have a flat panel V. Then under the mast track we have a double concave with V and side flats. The double concaves on the DEFI Freerace are deeper than on the DEFI LTD. It just makes the ride even smoother. We have exactly the same cutouts, and at the very tail we have the tail kick, same as on the DEFI LTD, and keep the nose high for maximum top speed. Looking at the outline, we have the same nose outline and the same tail outline as on the DEFI LTD, but we added 5 centimeters in the middle. The rails, I used exactly the same templates as on the DEFI LTD. Those rails are quite boxy at the back to push for upwind or for top speed. The tucked line is a little bit rounder than on the DEFI LTD. It just helps in control. The water sucks the board down a little bit, but gaining control for a lot of riders, it is actually also gaining on top speed. The deck shape, we have a mast track recess, 15 mm, exactly the same as on the DEFI LTD. At the back, in the foot strap area, the deck line is parallel to the bottom line. So on the slalom boards, we do the deck line so the tail foot is a little bit lower, which gives you a different position when you go downwind. But on the DEFI board for long distance, you never know. Sometimes you need to go downwind, then you need to go upwind. So when the back foot is a little bit higher, you just have more push if you need to push for upwind. The front strap is exactly at the same position as the DEFI LTD. It also has the double outside plug to change the orientation of the strap. On the DEFI Freerace, the back strap is 3 centimeters more forward, simply because the board is more controllable. The construction is a full PVC sandwich carbon board. On the deck we have a biax carbon. The biax helps to block the twist, but you get a little bit flexier nose to gain control. The foot pads, the lightest as possible. We have a diamond groove to just get the most grip possible to gain control.